Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to episode 29 of Be With Me, season 4, which is really the first season, but that's a different matter altogether. And we're going to look at the first bad news of Jesus today. Up to this point in the Gospels, every bit of the news about Jesus has been like fantastic to Mary and Joseph. An angel comes to Mary and says that he's going to be great. He's going to be called the Son of the Most High. Elizabeth tells Mary that why should the mother of my Lord come and visit me? The angel also says that he's going to occupy the throne of David forever. The shepherds come and say that they had angels come to them and say, unto you in this day in the city of David a Savior has born. And so we find Mary treasuring these things in her heart. And even so far, Simeon at the temple says, Lord, now you're letting your servant depart in peace according to your word. For my eyes have seen your salvation that you have prepared in the presence of all peoples, a light for the revelation to the Gentiles and glory for your people Israel. Just all rainbows and puppies so far. And Luke chapter 2, verse 33, where we're starting today, says, and his father and mother marveled at what was said about him. So up to this point, all fantastic. And now for the first bad news. Verse 34, Luke chapter 2. And Simeon blessed them, the mother and father, and said to Mary his mother, behold, this child is appointed for the fall and rising of many in Israel, and for a sign that is opposed. And a sword will pierce through your own soul also, so that thoughts from many hearts may be revealed. So we find Mary and Joseph marveling at, having a baby and surviving that whole thing and all these great things people are saying. And now Simeon blesses them. First thought of the day is, what young couple doesn't need to be blessed and held up? We already know that they're 80 miles away from home at this moment in time. We know that they're too poor to afford a lamb for Mary's right to get sanctified. So they've got some trouble. We also know that when they go to Jerusalem, they don't stay with Joseph's family. And we know that they are going to have thousands and thousands of years of moral misunderstanding about them because they said an angel got me pregnant. So that's special problems that Mary and Joseph had. But every young couple, my goodness, having a baby is a stressful thing. But then they say specifically, there's going to be this rising and falling, and that there's going to be opposition. And the big thought I have for today is that one of those people, one of those hearts, one of those souls who oppose him is going to be you, and it's going to be me. And this happens, at salvation for sure, but it also happens just with, should I say that? Should I think that? Should I look at that? All the moral decisions that we make. So we find that the soul of Jesus's mother is going to be pierced. Now, there's two ways to read this, and one of them is that just being the mother and caring especially about Jesus, as every mother does for every child of hers, that there are special piercings that come along with motherhood. And God bless you mothers out there who do the difficult work, that there is a piercing just having a baby, and will he do well in school, and what problems will he have? But then there's this moral issue that every heart is going to be revealed, and it may not be pretty. So not only are we going to have troubles with our kidneys and with money and with health and with shelter and clothes that wear out, but we'll have difficulty with our own souls, and that our thoughts would be revealed. And what is this going to result in? Well, success, if you will, rising for some, and that is entirely dependent upon God, because God raises us up with him. That's Ephesians 2:6. How do we do that? We get down, we humble ourselves, and the Lord raises us up. Or we stand up and we put our fists to God and we oppose him, which is not recommended. So there's a bunch of words for that: pride, hard-heartedness, being a stiff-necked people. And when our thoughts are revealed, we say, oh, yeah, my thoughts are good. And this will result in opposition to God. So I'm appreciating the courage today of being here and putting yourself in a position of exposure, that your heart may be revealed, and it may not be pretty. So I'm so pleased with you guys who are putting yourself before the word, and perhaps having your soul pierced and having what's revealed in your thoughts exposed. So I hope that we are of the rising class, if you will, but the way we get there is by falling down and yielding, doing the difficult work of the soul, the difficult work of the thought, which is the center of our person, and having us willing to be pierced, if you will, and asking the question, Lord, what is there today, right now, in my thoughts that needs to be revealed and agreed with you, and probably repented of, and saying, I'm sorry. So beyond all the 24/7 concerns about job and health and school and relationships and your kidneys and your disciplines and your tests that you got to take, there's this work of the soul and the heart, which is so difficult. So that when your thoughts are revealed, when your heart is revealed, let's not be one of those that oppose him. I thank you for listening. I'll see you tomorrow.